As ever, I'm profoundly grateful to the comments, sometimes the biting comments that you make. There's one which I'd like to pick up on because I think it draws a much wider um, range of a much wider response than I think it's intending to. It's from a person called Lord Veteran, and it's picking up on something that I said about Nadim Zahawi, that he's played his country and his government for fools. And Lord Veteran says he played this country for a fool, not his country. He's from Iraq. What did they expect? They let him play us for fools. Well, the point is, I think we're advancing towards exactly that position where citizenship, becoming a subject of His Majesty, is something which is a temporary thing should one transgress. I don't think it ever should be. I think we should treat citizenship rather like the Romans treated adoption. To become an adopted child of a Roman citizen was to actually have an investment in that family which was more secure even than being a natural child. To have come to this country, to have embraced our values, to have signed up to be a subject of the crown, and then to go forward and to put oneself forward for political life, even if one then emerges as a rogue and a villain, even if one's then in prison, I don't think it's right to then say, well, you were never really properly British anyway, get back to where you belong. I think that's wrong. I think it's the wrong approach to citizenship. I think it's the wrong approach to nationality. We cannot offer people nationality and and ask people to go through all the hoops of that process if it's only on a temporary basis, if it can be taken away. We cannot and we never should be taking away the citizenship of the people who belong here and who have pledged to belong here. We can punish those people who transgress, but that is then our affair. And I think it borders on racist to suggest that somebody should go back to where they were born. No, Nadim Zahawi is one of us, and he lets himself down, he lets us down. This is his country, this is the country he has chosen to belong to. This is what is so extraordinary about it. Most of us don't choose our country. Most of us are born into it. This is a man who has chosen our values, who has chosen to step up and take part in our public life, and who has let himself down and let our country down. It's a matter of choice. It's not even a matter of accidental birth. This is a man with enormous potential and enormous skills, who has been brought low by stupidity, and I suspect in the end by greed. And it is a great sad story. It's a tragic story in its way. But it's not a story we should dismiss lightly, and I think it's a story that we should all learn from. If we take on public office, if we stand up for the values of our country, then we must uphold them. It can't be one law for me and another law for you. We need to all be held accountable, and we need to all be questioned. And that is the role of the media. If our opposition is not up to the job, the media need to step up and do that work for them. I think the opposition is learning, but it still has a long way to go. It is not ready for government. But clearly, nor is half the front bench of the present government ready or capable of shouldering that burden. Come on, Rishi, it's time for a clear-out. The Night of Long Knives may well have been Macmillan's own suicide note, but it was a suicide note that had effect. So you've not got long in office. I think you can survive this one, but you need to clear the you need to clear the stables, because the stench is overwhelming.